today we're going to make embeds. And the main question is, which is better, melt and pour embeds or cold process? I'm going to make embeds using these molds. Now these are molds that you can buy for making chocolates. This is a silicone mold that I have. But these molds are for making chocolates and they're easy to find. If you're going to use melt and pour, you need to spray them with the rubbing alcohol, which I'm going to do right now. This was 91% isopropyl alcohol. Now what this does is it keeps bubbles out of your melt and pour soap. So let's make melt and pour first. I'm going to nuke this for 20 seconds at a time until it is the consistency that I want. So my main question is, what is better, melt and pour or cold process? So first I'm going to go make melt and pour and go over the pros and cons of melt and pour. So the pro is definitely speed. You're going to see we can make this in an hour, these embeds. So I'm just heating up the soap base. We're going to pour it. An hour later we unmold it. So speed and ease are definitely the most important pros, I think, to melt and pour soap. Here I have it ready to go. Let's check the temperature, just so you can see. 153 Fahrenheit, and it is melted. Stir gently, you don't want to introduce bubbles. I'm just going to use some liquid colors for the purpose of this demonstration. But you can use micas, you can leave it uncolored. Melt and pour just has so many different options, and it's quite easy to do this. This is just base that you can find at the craft store, and heat and microwave. Be very careful. Do short bursts. I do 20 seconds each. Do not overheat this soap base. It will burn. I've done it and it's pretty nasty when it burns. Just pour, stir gently so you don't introduce more bubbles than you need to. And then we're going to pour it into the mold. The other benefit, so speed and ease. The other is the color. So you see this lovely color. When you're making melt and pour, the color you're pouring is the color it's going to be. So you can get this transparent, bright, brilliant colors so easily with this soap base. We're going to make cold process next, and you'll see it is just not the same. Another benefit to melt and pour is if you want to reuse it, let's say you decide you don't want butterflies or something happened and you didn't get this poured before it hardened up again, you could just reheat it and reuse this soap base. So here's an hour later unmolding these little embeds, and you can see how easy it is. They come out crisp and clear and with a brilliant color, shiny finish. They look great. The cons, so those are the pros to melt and pour. The cons, the things that work against melt and pour, is the storage of them. They do what is called sweat. Glycerin is very attracted to water. So they will take water from the ambient air and sweat. They will bead. Now you can fix that by spraying them again with alcohol and rubbing off the beads. But it's a problem. You can get low sweat melt and pour, but it will still happen. I've had it happen with every base I've used. And in the packaging, it can happen after you've packaged your soaps too. So here is my finished melt and pour embeds. They look pretty and were easy to make. So next, we're going to make cold process. We're gonna make cold process now. So one main difference is the personal protective equipment you will need. The PPE. You will find it on the safety data sheet for sodium hydroxide. You must wear protective gloves, and you must wear protective eyewear because now we're going to work with lye, sodium hydroxide. So put on your gloves and put on your glasses. Do not skip these steps. I'm not going to show the mixing of the batter or any of that because you can see that in many of my other videos. I'm just going to show you it's the same process to fill these molds, which again are made for making chocolates. And I bought one of them off Amazon. I believe the hearts my husband gave me for a Christmas gift. The other one I actually just bought at Michael's. That's craft shop, Michael's, maybe last month. So I haven't used the butterflies much yet, but I really like them. So I think I will use a lot of butterflies in the future. So here I'm pouring out a greenish blue cold processed soap batter into this mold. And it's similar to the melt and pour. One difference is if this sets up on me, let's say the phone rings or something, I got distracted, and this sets up, I can't just reheat it like I could with melt and pour. I've got to pour this now while the batter is fluid. And I give them a little jiggle here to get air pockets out. Here is the next day. The difference between the two is this takes 24 hours, the other took an hour, and I've put them in the freezer. If you put them in the freezer, they just pop out nicely out of these molds. And another thing you'll notice is the color. It is not as vivid as it was the day before. It has saponified and turned a lighter color than it was when first mixed. However, I myself find the cold process embeds to be easier to work with and just in general a better soap. So of these, the only one that is melt and pour is that bright blue one. The others are cold process. So I just wanted to know, what is your opinion? Which embeds do you like? Melt and pour or cold process? See you all later. Take care.